what I call a breakfast.
Oh, we were now special.
I were never one for cooking much me. Oh, I can do more than egg on toast, don't get me wrong. Some sauce and some pasta and I'm laughing. But I can't cope with fancy herbs and preparing stuff in a bowl overnight. Life's too short.
I'd best get gone.
Hey, you haven't forgotten I'm entertaining Alan Turner tonight, have you? I mean, the two of you won't be wanting use of your house, will you?
Oh, you're all right, dear Diane. We'll stop at pub.
It'll be no different from any other night for my Seth, won't that?
Hey, I'm ever so grateful. Only I were a bit pushed for venues. And your front room was the top of my list.
Oh, just one thing, love. I mean, if you say you're not very good at cooking, what sort of dish was you thinking of serving?
Oh, I reckon he'll not be disappointed.
Oh, right. I'll see you two later.
I'll be along in a minute, Bet.
So then, are you and Mr. Turner having a thing?
As if. No, I'm on my holidays, Seth. Every girl likes a bit of male company on her holidays.
True.
There are too many people go about taking life too seriously. They want to jump off that treadmill and take a ride on the roller coaster.
I'm with you on that.
I knew you would be.
What do Tate Haulage think they're playing at? This bus service will ruin me.
If people choose to shop at the supermarket, I'm afraid there's little you can do about it.
I'm well aware of the fact that people can get stuff cheaper up there. I'd just rather they weren't offered a free bus service to encourage them.
Why, but did you know that Alan Turner was going to be one of the drivers?
Alan Turner? Oh, I'm not having it. Isn't there anybody around here with any loyalty to the local shop? Do you want to put me out of business?
Tate Haulage are free to offer such a service, and if they hadn't done it, I'm sure somebody else would.
They got you on commission or something?
See you later, Betty.
Tra, love. You know, if you were to ask me, I'd say you were overreacting, Viv. And in any case, you can't stand in the way of progress.
Thanks. So how is that computer?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's going to save me so much time.
In college?
Yeah, it's okay. Living at home's getting me a bit down, though.
Don't make bad.
Maybe I should think about moving out, but it's just so much hassle, you know, finding somewhere decent. And then you might not get on with the people you're renting with.
Worth thinking about, though.
I don't know how you do it, Bet. Really, I don't.
Never was one for slacking, me.
No, but cleaning and waitressing from cockcrow to twilight, week in, week out.
Well, you try managing on a pension, love.
Mark having gone down the gym.
Oh, is he ever anywhere else? It's not natural.
The lad doesn't want to be sat here with us ends clacking.
Yeah, well, I wanted him to shift some barrels. We've stayed on this surface, Betty. And as for it not being natural, there's a lot to be said for regular exercise, as any doctor will tell you. Can you mop this floor, Betty?
Yeah, I've just done it.
Can you do it again, please? It's all sticky.
It can't be.
Well, our heels are practically glued to it. This is your fault, you know, Mum, distracting Betty from her work.
What have I done?
You're a bad influence.
Oh, hey, take no notice of her, Bet. It's gone to her head, this landlady lark.
Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
You're looking well, Alan.
Thank you, Dan.
Room for a small one here.
You got that new aftershave on I bought your granddad?
Yes, I certainly am.
There's nothing more arresting than a manly musk. Looking forward to tonight, Alan.
Yes, very much. Oh, Betty, you sure you don't mind us having the use of your house for the evening?
No, you enjoy yourselves.
I hope you don't mind me asking, Alan, but I've had a tiny thought.
Oh?
Yes, I was wondering, with regard to our meal tonight, if you could help me out a teensy bit. Could you bring the starter? Only I'm a bit pushed for space in Bet's kitchen.
Yes, I'd be delighted. Now, is there anything you want that would complement your main course?
I'm sure whatever you decide will be champion. Though, no prawns, please. They make me go ever so slightly mad.
Viv Windsor was up in arms this morning. It was very funny.
I hope you haven't been rowing again.
Oh, it's nothing to do with me. Tate Haulage just started a free bus service to ferry people to the supermarket.
Well, then there's no wonder she's furious. That's her livelihood at stake. You know, we should be supporting local businesses, you and me, not finding it funny when they're threatened.
This is Viv Windsor we're talking about. Anyway, we shop at the supermarket.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons we're so poor is because supermarkets keep squeezing farmers' prices. I mean, can't you think about how these things affect all of us? Instead of revelling in the misfortune of someone just because you've kept up this pathetic feud.
Oh, excuse me if I'm not the first to stand by that woman.
Oh, it makes me sick.
Eric! Over here!
Oh, Diane. My niece. I trust everything's still fine for tonight.
I'm looking forward to it enormously. Now, you do know I'm cooking the meal myself, don't you?
I thought we were heading for a restaurant.
Oh, no, I fancy a night in. Are you averse to the idea, Eric?
I don't know. I'm sure anything you can cook for me will outdo any concoctions of the finest chef in town.
You flatter. So I'll see you at 8 sharp, then?
At the Woolpack.
Oh, no, I'm not staying there, no. At Bet Eggleton's. They're clearing out for the night so as I can entertain.
Betty's?
Hey, and could you do me a favour? Could you bring the sweet? Only I'm that surrounded by pots and pans. I haven't the work surface to do so much as a fruit salad.
No trouble at all. I'll find us something delectable.
I knew you wouldn't let me down. See you later, Eric.
You are a right troublemaker.
Why?
Why? Alan doesn't know you've invited Eric, and Eric doesn't know you've invited Alan.
Look, we're none of us looking for romance. What's wrong with 3 adults of a certain age sharing a meal together?
If there's nothing wrong with it, then why not tell each of them about the other? And another thing. Are you planning on doing any of the cooking yourself?
Aye, the main course.
Which, if I know you, would be a takeaway from some Oriental eatery served up on Betty's best china.
They'll not know.
No shame, have you?
They'll have the time of their lives. And there's something you could do to help out, as a matter of fact.
Oh, here's one of them.
What's that then? Sexiest men in the village?
Oh, you can quit trying to charm me, Sean Reynolds. How dare you and them Tates set up a free bus service?
What's wrong with that?
Do you want to see me put out of business? And you, offering to drive for them?
Now, hang on, Chief.
No, I won't hang on. If I let them get away with this, the only hanging on I'll be doing is by the skin of my teeth. This is going to cripple me.
Well, it's hardly our concern.
You want to have a bit more respect for what needs at locals.
How much rent do you reckon she's going to want?
I don't know. Who knows?
As if she really needs the money. Well, it's her house, Mandy. She's only doing what any landlord would do. Truth is, if she wants the going rate, we might not be able to afford it, just the two of us. I'm not moving out. Not after all them improvements I've made. No, I'm not saying that. But we might have to think about taking in a lodger, just someone to share the costs.
I'll fight you. I will take every action to stop you succeeding.
It's nothing personal, Viv. It's just business.
Well, what if I end up not having a business? I'm hardly rich, you know.
Go straight through, Alan.
I do hope this meets with your approval. It's a Caesar salad.
One of my all-time top 10 favourite tastes, is that?
I must have the psychic gift.
Sit yourself down, Alan. I'll fetch you a drink.
Didn't Betty know there were just the two of us dining?
How do you mean? Oh, no. Betty didn't lay the table for me.
Is Bernice coming?
2 ticks, Alan. That'll be Eric.
Eric Pollard?
Good evening, Diane. I trust I'm on time.
Oh, nice to see you, Eric.
This will need immediate refrigeration.
Right you are. I'll not take a peep. I like my afters to come as a complete surprise. Go straight through to the living room, Eric.
Thank you. What the hell are you doing here?
I could ask the very same question of you.
Now, don't just stand there like a couple of unacquainted stags. Sit yourselves down and get chatting. I'll be right with you once I've settled things in the kitchen.
Thank you.
Well, we could ask Kelly Moy to move in. No way. We'd be completely crowded with the 4 of us.
Well, they're having a tough time at the moment. You know, we should be there for them.
Yeah, right, and we are. But that don't mean to say we have to take them in as lodgers. Anyway, you know as well as I do that what they want is a place of their own.
Right, love.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Where's Roy?
Oh, he's gone round to Marlon's. Has Chris been in?
No. What do you want to see him for?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted a quick word, that's all.
Oh, well, I'd like a very big word with him.
So what's the plan then?
Well, we have to wait here while Diane and Alan arrive back. They don't want disturbing. Hey, and I don't want you getting K-lied. Sup slowly.
Is it all right if I sit here and wait for Lynn? Only I don't think I can take much more of Mum ranting on about Tate haulage.
Go on, then. Is, something going on between you and them?
No, we're just good friends. I said I'd meet her for a drink tonight. I think she's a bit fed up and being at home. But I think I persuaded her to move out.
Where to?
I don't know. She'll have to look in the paper, I suppose.
That smells nice.
Oh, that'd be for me. Do you want to bring it round the back?
What's that for?
Never you mind.
Isn't this fabulous? I was just saying to Bernice how nice it would be to get to know some people from the village. And here I am, with 2 eligible bachelors as my dining companions. It's a beautiful hors d'oeuvre, Alan. Take your time over it. I'm not sure that my main course will be quite at its most tender just yet.
So then, I take it Eric's been telling you about his antiques business?
He certainly has. And it's quite a thriving one from what I've heard. And what with your Jim, Eric? Quite the entrepreneur of the village, I'd say.
Well, I don't like to boast. Of course, I presume Alan's told you that he's been forced to take on my old job up at Home Farm to stave off the total boredom.
You didn't tell me that Eric had been there first, Alan.
It was hardly like that, Diane. Granted, Eric was able to persuade a rather vulnerable young woman to allow him to become estate manager for a very limited period and in circumstances which brought his employment there to a shameful and abrupt end, as I'm sure he told you. But I, on the other hand, was more than qualified to carry out the job.
Why's that, then?
I ran the estate for some time when it was much larger than it is now. It was a position of incomparable responsibility.
You 2 men. Anyone would think you were great rivals.
Of course, prior to that, I did have my own wine bar.
Until he quite rightly lost his licence and it became Cathy's Diner.
Look here.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. Must have been the oven. Very odd noises it's been making. Main course won't be long now, boys.
Where have you been?
Oh, I just had to pop out for a sec. Nothing for you to worry about.
It's obvious, and it couldn't come at a better time. Give Lynn the spare room.
I don't know, she's probably quite easy to live with, isn't she?
Shall I go and ask her?
Yeah, go on.
Hang on a sec.
Lynn, can I have a word?
Yeah, is everything all right?
I just might be able to make your day.
Terrible flirt, my mum. Not like me at all.
No.
No. And the thing is, men get the wrong idea. I mean, she might fancy Alan, she might fancy Eric. And then again, she might just want their friendship. Terrible thing when there's confusion between a man and a woman, isn't it, Ash?
Certainly is.
Oh, and she gets herself in these messes with the most unsuitable men. Sometimes I have to sit her down and I say, Mum, I say, he's a rogue. He's no good for you. You shouldn't like it.
It's not easy to tell someone you care about that their partner isn't treating them as well as they could be treated.
If only things were different, Ash.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, you're everything a man should be, aren't you? Honest, reliable, great sense of humour, good-looking. Just like my Gavin. If only you were a few years older, or she was a few years younger, you'd be perfect for me, Mum.
All right. Got some fantastic news. Mandy and Paddy just asked me to move in with them.
Great.
Oh, I'm so relieved. I don't think I could bear another week at home. Anyway, drinks all round. It calls for a celebration.
I must say, Diane, This is one of the best dishes that anyone has ever prepared for me.
Oh, bless you.
Much as I hate to agree with this man, I really must second that. It really is quite exquisite.
It's been my lifelong belief that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I like a man who enjoys his food. I've no time for a fella that watches the scales.
You developed a penchant for poncheurs, have you done?
Men come in all shapes and sizes, which is just as it should be. Long, short, stick-thin or tubby. It's personality that counts. Now, shall we let this go down before I bring out Eric's sweet?
What have you prepared, Eric? Nothing too acid or sickly, I trust?
It's for the discerning palate, not likely to be appreciated by those who clearly wolf down anything they can lay their hands on.
Now then, lads, stop this bickering. Why can't we just be the best of friends?
Yes, you're quite right, Dan. Unfortunately, when you invite Eric Pollard to dinner, you also invite an atmosphere.
Oh, that's rich coming from you, who's never been on the top of anyone's guest list.
Now, I insist this stops now. We're here to enjoy ourselves, right?
Viv Windsor's furious about the bus service.
Suppose she thinks it's going to close her down.
It's 11 o'clock.
It's probably Viv Windsor.
Kelly, was everything all right?
Yeah, thanks. I just wondered if I could see Chris.
Yes, but it's a bit late.
I really need to see him.
Do you know, I'm no party pooper, Bernice, but when do you think your mother and Alan Turner are planning to get back? Only have a bed to go to.
I'm sure they'll be here shortly.
What's the rush, woman? We can stop here and have a lock-in.
The rush is to get you back home and fast asleep, Seth Armstrong, before you embarrass me any further. I'm sure Bernice and Tricia have never heard such filthy jokes.
Oh, don't worry, Betty. He's all right.
Oh, at last.
Had a good time. Just escorting Alan back across the road. Yes, it was a superb night, wasn't it, Alan?
Yes, it certainly was. Most enjoyable.
Right, well, me and Seth had better get off now, 'cause I have to be up in the morning.
Oh, Bet. Thanks for the use of your house. It was right good of you. Bernice, love, get me a G&T. And don't you worry about the washing up. I'll do it all in the morning.
Right, you are, then.
Hey, have you heard the one about the Land Army girl and the scarecrow?
Seth! Home!
Oh, Betty, thank you very much indeed. Right, well, I think I'm about ready to turn in now.
Ah, thanks, Al, for a great night.
No, thank you. And I will see you tomorrow.
Right. Right then, you two. I think us lasses should have a few more drinks. What do you say?
Mum, we're closed.
I know, but I'm going home tomorrow. Just a couple to wet our whistles.
I think yours is fairly soaked already.
Oh, go on, Bernice. We might as well. Anyway, I want to find out what went on tonight at Betty's.
Oh, go on then. But we're not getting hammered.
I knew you'd see sense. Right then, let's get at them optics.
No, never was I so ashamed of you as I was tonight, Seth Armstrong.
I didn't do no.
Oh, yes, you did. You did plenty. Couldn't you see how uncomfortable Bernice and Tricia were feeling with your foul language?
They were laughing the socks off. They're only you with your face on, same as always.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Didn't I make myself clear the last time?
No, I don't want money. I'm sorry about before. I was just desperate.
What else would you come to me for?
Everything's gone wrong, Chris. Me and Roy were trying our best. I mean, could be really happy together. It's so hard when you ain't got any privacy, never mind money.
Privacy?
I was just wondering, seeing as you're living up here now, with your cottage in the village, we can't afford to get our own place and we ain't got much money for rent, but I was wondering, could we move in? Solve all our problems?
Hey! Now, there's a shortage of blokes round here, Diane, believe you me.
Perhaps not of your age bracket, though.
How do you know I'm not looking for someone younger? Or older? Someone like Seth, say. Oh.
Yeah. Do you reckon Betty and Seth still, you know?
Well, I'm saying nought. But the walls in that cottage aren't of the thickest plaster, so lodge there at your peril. Hold that thought while I get us all another drink.
If it hadn't been Scott taking my money, we wouldn't be in this mess. If you let us stay there, we'd look after it for you. I wouldn't ask unless you were really desperate. I just know it'd make things all right.
You really believe the problem, the reason you're not happy, is not having a home that you can call your own?
It's obvious, isn't it?
Not to me.
Look at Mandy and Paddy. They got married and straight away Zoe let them stay at her old place. You don't want the sort of start me and Roy have had when you're newlyweds.
So what are you saying? I should follow Zoe's example? Is that it?
It would really help, Chris. I feel so bad about Roy going to prison. It was all my fault. I've got to make it up to him.
I told you before you married Roy that he wouldn't be able to give you the best that you could want.
I know. But he loves me. And it's not all about how much money someone's got.
True. But I know you enjoy the finer things in life. I don't doubt Roy loves you.
I love him.
Yeah, but this dissatisfaction has nothing to do with the fact that you're having to live at home.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, what I think is that you surround yourself with nice things to make up for what you've settled for.
That ain't true.
No? I'm only saying this because I care about you. More than you'll probably ever know. Roy was never going to make you happy. You'll take my advice. You'll leave him. Believe me, it'll save you years of having to settle for second best. I know that's not what you really want. So forget the cottage. It won't solve anything. There's only one way to give yourself the future you really want. Finish with Roy Glover.